What if you gave your past self a funeral? Not a tragic one, not a shame-filled one, a formal, dignified ceremony. Picture it. There is a coffin. There is music, maybe something unexpected, even joyful. Because this is not about loss. This is about completion. Because here is the truth. Most of us were never taught. You cannot evolve while clinging to the version of yourself who got you here. That version of you served a purpose. She kept you alive. She helped you survive seasons you didn't yet have the tools to navigate. She did the best she could with the awareness she had at that time. But she is not meant to walk with you into your next chapter. And here is why. A seed cannot grow until it is broken. An egg, if broken from the outside, life ends. But if it is broken from the inside, life begins. You see, growth always requires an internal rupture. Not destruction, but transformation. Just like a caterpillar that doesn't become butterfly by trying harder. It becomes one by surrendering to the process of becoming. What looks like an ending is actually a rebirth. You see, we got stuck because we kept trying to drag our old identity forward, the old coping mechanisms, the old stories, the old survival strategies into a season that demands something new. So today, I want you to imagine this. You're standing at this ceremony. You're not mourning her. You are honoring her. You thank her for the nights she stayed awake, figuring things out, for the ways she learned to endure, for how she carried responsibility before she was ready, for how she kept going even when she felt unsure. And then, with compassion, not criticism, you let her rest. Because clinging to who you were is often the quiet form of self-sabotage. Because real evolution requires a conscious decision. I release the version of me who needed to survive, so I can step into the version of me who's ready to create, ready to serve without shrinking, ready to take up space without carrying guilt, ready to lead without asking permission, ready to be as a human being, not a human doing. This isn't about erasing your past. It's about rewriting her role. She's no longer the main character, but she's the soil. And the soil isn't meant to be carried. It's meant to give life to what comes next. And let me say something you probably are thinking, but might not say aloud. You're exhausted. Not because you're doing too little, but because you're still trying to be someone you have already outgrown. The version of you who learned to survive on adrenaline. The version of you who kept pushing because slowing down felt unsafe. The version of you who thought, once I get through this season, then I'll breathe. Except the season never ended. And here's the part your nervous system already knows, even if you haven't named it yet. That old version of you, she was brilliant at survival. She kept you functioning. She kept you safe. She powered through on coffee and willpower. She learned to ignore her own needs because tending to everyone else felt safer than facing her own exhaustion. But she was never meant to be permanent. And I know this part of you is whispering things like, other moms handle this better than I do. Why does this feel so hard if I wanted this life? I'm scared. I'm really scared. What if I let go of who I have been? What if everything will fall apart? But here is the reframe. I want to offer? What if nothing falls apart and everything finally falls into place? She doesn't disappear. She becomes the foundation, not the driver, because the woman you're becoming doesn't need to hustle for her worth. She doesn't need to earn rest. She doesn't need to prove she's doing enough. She needs space to emerge. And that's what this episode is about. Not fixing you, not motivating you either, but helping you release the identity that carried you here so that you can consciously step into the one your future self is quietly waiting for. So take a deep breath. This is the moment you stop caring who you were and make room for who you're becoming. I'll see you next time.